Hello everyone, this is Cody Soltis from ConsciousLove.org, here for your monthly angel card reading and energy forecast for the month of October, my birth month. No wonder I'm so excited. I'm outside on a beautiful night at the park, spinning around, some crazy stuff. There's a moon up there. I guess you can't really see it. There's a gorgeous little sunset. There's a wonderful breeze in the air. And I just got back from a marvelous exercise, and I have to say I feel so good knowing that I'm exercising my mind, my body, and my spirit. My body was always one that got the short end of the stick, but now I'm in these Divine Spark meditation classes to get certified to be a healer, and I'm exercising every single day and eating right, and I'm, communicating with you guys as well as teaching, which is always a mental exercise. So I'm feeling really good, which is why I wanted to start recording now, even though the sun's going down, even though I'm awkwardly walking around and probably making y'all get dizzy. But I don't know, I feel pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna get too far into the readings, so maybe the first 3 zodiac signs will look like this, and then the rest will look like me wearing a different outfit that isn't covered with sweat. And yeah, so apparently there was like a little kid ball game or something, and kids or people just walk their dog. This is really weird. I'm holding you guys on my tripod, and it's weird because I always do this up close to my face. Yeah, I'm crazy. So yeah, I'm just gonna head over to the benches where I normally do my readings, and hopefully I have some privacy, and whatever. But I'm just really enjoying being outside, enjoying Mother Earth. I'm loving this fresh air. It's so good. So good. I love little things. I love how exercise can make you feel alive again. And now, again, how I always said that love is everywhere. The scent of the air is lovely. Lovely. It's all those beautiful little things that I'm trying to educate you guys on, to be shifting your perspective towards and realizing not to diminish stresses and strifes, but to really be open to experiencing the love that is all around, which includes being open to receive, but it's also just being open and mindful and grateful. So, there's at this bench, but it seems pretty far away from people. Hopefully there's no spiders. This is my least casual, most casual, whatever. I don't like my glasses. So yeah. Hey, yeah, you can kind of see me there. God, I'm professional. So, for this month, I'm really being called for some reason to downsize the big collection of decks I have, and really focus in on the ones that I resonate the most with, because again, I might just be reading off cards soon, and just be going by mediumship as I keep getting healthier and clearing up my energies and stuff, so who knows? But for right now, I am using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed. Hello, Colette. Which I just adore. And again, these ones, the Oracle of the Angels from Mario de Guay. I know you guys have been liking the other decks I've been incorporating sometimes, but I really don't want to be about promoting other people's products. I love to do it when I can. But if they don't vibe with me, I don't know. It's a little inhibiting. But yeah, they're still great for you guys to be using and getting started with. Or even if you're having an egoic day, they're still great for me to have when I'm having egoic days and just need something a little bit more direct. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your subscriptions and all your wonderful emails and comments. If you're waiting for a personal reading, give me till this weekend. I keep saying I'm gonna do them all, but I can really only get 2 done at a time, because instead of being 15 minutes, I start making them half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Some of them are ridiculous, and they're free. So, Yeah, so just be patient, know that all things happen in divine and perfect timing. I think that's it. I'm excited. It's really dark, but I feel like just getting started. So I think I'm gonna, cell phone. Yeah, I'm crazy, but I love it. So, I look forward to your responses. I can't wait to see the energies coming up. I feel good. Same thing for September. The weeklies were more specific as to, it is good. Transformational. May not be as fun in the moment, but a lot of good things are coming. I feel like this is going to be the receiving of benefits after this transformation of the end of September. So, and apparently Mercury is in retrograde or something, but I don't know. I don't feel what they tell me. So, I hope you guys are feeling my love and light that I'm sending your way. I love you so much. Namaste, in case I don't say it at the end for some strange reason. You're loved. You're beautiful. You're awesome. There's greatness in you. And, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for supporting, you guys. Love you. Hello, Libra. This is our October reading. I'm a Libra too, so this applies to me, and we literally just, cards were just coming out one by one, and we kind of have a interesting spread with lots of things. So, oh boy, buckle up your seatbelts, because this is going to be a long ride, apparently. So they're really just focusing, getting into where we're going. So you may be feeling this as well as I have been. We're picking up pace. We've been letting go, we've been getting into the flow of things. We've been getting into natural movement, and we've been feeling really good. We've been freed a little bit, but we still have a little bit of, again, focusing on our balance, of inhibition energy, they just said. Finding patience. Okay, I can get that, because we do need to rest, we do need time to be still, but I think like even those of us who do that, it's the patience thing that really agitates us in terms of wanting to be progressing and naturally moving. But it's when we hit those other energetic roadblocks as a fluid energy, excuse me, that, you know, we get frustrated, or we feel like, oh no, now we have to stop again, or now this, when we just need to take a breath, relax, keep our natural movement moving forward. I hope you're getting the gist and the energetic means of what I'm saying. I guess that's to give an example. You know, I've been feeling really, really good. I've been exercising, I've been meditating, I've been doing my oracle readings, I've been getting better at work and making things clearer and cleaner and more educational, and a lot of positive things. And then a few roadblocks started coming up. And it made me, I guess, instantly react to like, oh no, I'm gonna have to stop. Because I know for me, my entire life has been either underwhelming energy or overwhelming energy. And I feel like I'm in a good, healthy place. So this is a lesson for me and all of us. So no matter what obstacles come our way, again, we can overcome them. If we're being this natural, moving, river-like thing, where we're letting go and allowing flow to happen, we don't have to stop and address things that hit us. We can just gently go, oh, okay, well, let's spin around and go this way and keep going. And, you know, continue our momentum despite roadblocks. Despite these things that are trying to stop us, we're meant to overcome them, and gently. They don't have to be big, dramatic fights or whatever it might be. It's simply a sign that you're on the right path. Every time that you make the conscious choice to continue moving forward. And whenever these things pop up, they would have been things in the past that would have stifled your evolution, that would have made you stop, but you're still going. And that's a fantastic thing. So keep it up. The angels are so happy for you. Keep up this blessed, divine momentum. I like that word. Spiritual evolutionary momentum, because we're progressing, and we're going to progress a lot this month, they just said. We're going to be getting more and more changes this month, and again, really unfolding into our space. We've been doing a lot of inner work, and now it's time for that to be coming out. Time for us to be expanding and to become bigger presence in the world. Again, a few months ago, we got a reading about spiritual leadership, and that's totally reflectant this month. But now that we've kind of gotten ourselves aligned and in the right shape in our little cocoon, it's time for really us to be shedding away those layers and unfolding our wings and being amazing and really radiant this month. So the energy of where we're being headed, so it's being shadowed in my head. So let's just see. So it's going to be different for everybody, obviously. Say it clearer, please, a little bit louder. Not even loud, okay. Clearer, please. Okay. So they're saying before we get into this, the winds of the storms of change can be very confusing, very upsetting, can seem like they're pulling you from your path. We really need to be grounded and realize how we're being shaped and crafted into who we're meant to be, remembering that our higher selves are working together with the angels and with Divine Source to be creating and manipulating these energies to be creating a really fantastic, strong person who's going to influence the world, to influence greater society. We have a bigger scope of influence than most people. Again, Libras who are attracted to this channel, which is awesome, but they're saying it does not mean it's without its challenges. Even though we're going to have the support, and yes, you should stay positive, same thing, just be mindful, because as more and more obstacles come up, it's easy for us to get discouraged, to want to stop, to want to not move forward, to want to go backwards or whatever. We're going to get a little scrambled, they're saying, but so long as you keep your eyes on the light, shining, you will get through the storm, and you will come out cleansed, cleared, and transformed and stronger than you've ever been before. Again, nice November energy preview. They're saying great month of strength. September seemed to be like the, not low energy, but just the egoic clearing and stuff. October is a great one of progress. November is going to be a great sign of results and strength. Which is cool. So let's see here. Cool. Oh, I love this. So we have the Desert Prince, Survival and False Promises, which they just said fighting for the life that you want, as well as the High Lady of Love and Compassion. And I can totally relate to this. Reverence, kindness, consideration. And again, they're saying November, great things are going to be happening and changing for us. I love this nice, loving, subtle energies where life can still be life and still be spiritual. So all these roadblocks have been making you feel a little bit defensive, and there's a lot of people out there who are testing your resolve to live a life of love. They are making fear pop up. They're making you deal with your control dramas. They're making you deal with the oppressive nature that you think might exist, especially being a spiritual person. There's people coming in who are, I know I've experienced already, who are trying to, from a spiritual perspective, their higher selves and our higher selves coordinated this so that we could test our resolve to stand firm in our spiritual integrity. Again, that progress, that movement towards strength. So you're going to reach resistance. It's why these little stones in the river are coming up. But we're going to move through them. And it's actually just going to make us more rapid and get us more bubbly and, whitewater rapids. To the point where we're really going to be changing and evolving. So don't let these perceptively negative occurrences make you think that you're not making progress, and let them realize that they are a catalyst, that you're meant to be doing something bigger and greater with the energy that's moving forward. And again, it comes to you being loving and compassionate to those inhibiting energies, those people in your life or those situations that seem to be causing you to go into a spiral, and getting you disoriented, and presenting you with challenges. Be loving and be compassionate, because realize it's an educational moment for them too. It's a moment for you to be teaching as well as learning, and there's a great unanimous benefit where everyone is benefited from these exchanges. You know, the rigid earth signs or fire signs or whatever these, I keep thinking like a river with these pillars of stone in it, who are the hard people kind of stop us, which just wraps us up. They need us to kind of help etch away and allow them to be transformed, because it's difficult for them to transform. Well, we need them to get to reaffirm our sense of purpose and to really keep us not just moving but accelerating in our progress. We've reached a good place, but it's time to keep moving forward and to realize that for spiritual leadership and spiritual teachers, we have to be educating and we have to be standing strong in our integrity, to be moving forward despite our students who come to us who know not what we know and may be blinded by ignorance or things like that. So it's testing our resolve to not take things personally, to not be so caught up in the egoic drama, and to, again, just keep moving forward and keep sudsing up that energy for all of us to be cleansed and cleared and evolving. And we're going to help move them closer to source as well because of these transactions. Holy moly. Let's move up this giant tower of cray-crayness. The hungry ghosts in the protection stage is going to be the energies of the earth that we're going to be experiencing. Let me tune into this. So we've had this last month too, where we felt that we're without, and we're going to have these moments where those pillars of stone in the river, those are people who are also hungry ghosts, who are also looking for control, who are also looking for love and light, who feel that they're without, and they're trying to make, not intentionally, not consciously, but like super consciously, they have a lesson that we need to teach them, and we need to learn from them too. They're going to present an obstacle that we're going to overcome, and then when we overcome it, we're going to be simultaneously teaching it to them. So this comes with, I can still say this making sense, all those obstacles are people who feel that they're without. So they're getting in the way of you. Again, not consciously. They're not doing this to be jerks. It's spiritual attraction where we're meant to be together in these moments to both evolve together. So we're going to be finishing up that feeling of being without, of having less, that came from last month, and continue moving forward. I'm running out of battery. So again, so long as we're focusing on the higher perspective, realizing that we are spiritual educators, and that we are angelic help for other people, as long as we listen to our divine guidance and higher knowing, we can be assisting ourselves and other people who are dealing with this self-sabotage, this poverty consciousness, the prison wave again. Same thing with the hungry ghosts. We can be changing our beliefs about ourselves, and we can help them change the beliefs about themselves and their realities, so that we can start attracting more positive stuff into our life. My camera's gonna die, guys. It is at 2 minutes. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get a different camera. We're gonna continue. Okay? So hold that thought. Okay. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. So we were saying, it's the other camera. So we were talking, this is them helping me. Okay, so we're preparing for these situations of all these, roadblocks, and how we're going to be assisting other people as we're also assisting ourselves. To really be clearing up this self-sabotage mentality, this scarcity consciousness, this poverty consciousness, these people in our lives who are inhibiting us moving forward, as well as ourselves and our own beliefs that used to hold us back, and we're enjoying this momentum, but we keep getting our hopes, we're fighting to keep our hopes high and keep this momentum. So deep within us, and very prevalent in them, there is this strong focus on what we're missing and what we don't have, and how, and all that negativity is really creating a self-fulfilling prophecy, wherein you give up before you're ready, which is why that we don't want these roadblocks, because we're enjoying this momentum, and we deep down think, if we reach one roadblock, we're gonna have to stop everything we're doing and focus on it and clear. And it's like, nope, you don't have to clear up that one roadblock. You don't have to worry about other people's energies, so long as you're realizing that as you help yourself, you are helping the world, and you are helping them, and you're being an inspiration to them. You don't have to do the Libra thing of making everyone feel perfect and everyone feel equal and balanced. You're allowed, when you meet someone who is farther evolved than you, or less evolved than you, rather, to continue moving past them, to greet them, to say hello, to dance with them energetically for a moment, and then realize that their energy does not have to bring you down. You can keep moving forward, and actually that's going to be inspiring to them and help the energy keep moving so that they start, you know, breaking up their energetic walls and start moving as well. You're going to be the leader. You're going to be the catalyst. We're so used to being a follower, or that because we enjoy balance, we'd rather just have someone else be in charge, and then we can balance things out because we feel that we're more in control and we can balance things out. But really, have you ever noticed this? Because I know I do this. Like, if there's someone else being a leader, then I'll be a follower. Or I can be like, if we're in a scary place or what, like I remember in theater we would have to go all the way up really, really high, and like there was like a see-through metal crate, and if someone else was being the confident one or something, like the teacher was there, then I'd be like, okay, well now I'm going to be a little bit nervous and look down. But as soon as we were up even higher and we didn't have, the teacher didn't come up yet, the professor, other people were getting like, okay, well, and like that's when I click and I step into, well, okay, I won't be scared because I'm here to be helping us. And that's kind of the same situation of we don't need to balance things out by, we need to be leading. We need to be leading. We have to give ourselves permission to move forward and to still help others move forward by being the leader instead of the follower. Instead of letting them lead us in the wrong direction, we need to stop and not address these balancing issues anymore. We're going to allow them to realize, oh, well, things are unbalanced now, and they're going to be the ones to adjust to us and to be evolving forward. So there's a lot of complicated energy they're saying up here. Again, their big theme is these are things that will make sense as we move forward. We're going to give a preview of them now and our best understandings of it, but even if you get it, there's still more things that you don't get. So, what are we saying, guys? The Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. Hold on. Processing, because there's a lot of complex energy with this. These cards always come up, and they're all together now. That which unites them all. Like, my conscious brain is just trying. Okay. So this is, okay. This is the lesson that we have to learn as well as learning from them in terms of those issues with, you know, self-fulfilling prophecies of scarcity and poverty. We first have to be dealing with scrutinizing the energies that are coming near us, to be discerning what we need to be dealing with and what we don't need to be dealing with. What by ignoring, we're actually benefiting instead of doing what we've always done. Just really processing and being, scrutiny is the best word, to really scrutinize situations and what's really happening from a spiritual level, from a consciousness level. Because then we get to do our gift, which is spiritual communication, because since we will be the ones paying attention to the scrutiny, and then we can be communicating to the spirits in front of us in bodies. We can be teaching them, again, truly teaching them about what's going on and how these things are working. And again, it's complicated because everyone has a different story. You're going to be giving more than just, well, you reap what you sow in self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to have great things to tell these roadblocks, to teach these roadblocks, and to teach yourself. And it all leads up to, again, this card has like come up in almost every reading, coming up to that great moment of abundance. Again, November seems to be a great moment of strength, and great abundant change. Things are moving up energetically, and I love that. Hold on. They're talking. Hold on. We need to be helping these people who are Robux because they're behind. And we want them to be fruitful of positivity, because right now they're creating negativity. This is really about assisting them as we're assisting ourselves. They're really saying, we're going to be strong come November. We're going to be clear. We're going to have our own lives figured out, at least for that moment. We're going to feel in a good place, even if we don't have everything figured out. We're going to just be in a good place and feel happy and content. While other people, we're really being led to these people, these roadblocks, are coming to us for a specific reason, for spiritual education. And it might not be direct spiritual education, but however it is you are interacting with them is speaking to their soul, whether they even know if they have one. Maybe they don't believe in what we believe or experience life the way we experience life, but that energetic exchange will still happen clearly. I'm going to do a weird thing just to make sure that this camera is actually recording. Okay, it is. Good. Because I hate when that happens. I'm talking for like 30 minutes and it wasn't recording the whole time. And they didn't tell me. But normally it's for a reason. Because again, if the energy is complex like it was right here, it's good for me to do it twice. To really be clear on the energy and to process it. Because it takes processing. Those of you who get it, get it. Those of you who don't care, just don't care. Just tell me my future, Cody. That's not how it works. So, what links it all together is this concept of the Well Watcher. Again, vision, power of the divine. And it really goes back to, are we sitting around like these people who we have to educate? Are we sitting around thinking that we're not even victims, that we're helpless, that we have nothing, that we can't go out there and create what we want? Are we going to empty wells, or tossing in our abundance, tossing in our money, and wasting it on a wish, when we can be going out there and reaping what we're sowing, because we already are. We can be going out there, taking that money and using it for an investment. We can use that energy for creation instead of sitting around and waiting for things to happen. We can be making a lot of great changes, and we get to be the example of that. We get to be like, hey, we've been in your shoes, guys, which is why you're coming to us, to make sure that we stand firm and strong in our resolve to be moving in spiritual strength. That was a good sentence, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. They're testing our resolve to be living this life of momentum and transformation and to stay who we want to become instead of reverting back to who we were. But it's also subtly their way of saying, without saying, that it's their spirit's way of saying, hey, these people need help. So be the guide, be the teacher. Because right now they are not using their power correctly. They think they don't have power. They're disempowering themselves, which is why I feel like they're disempowering you. Again, it's very subconscious, very super conscious. Not they're constantly jerk faces who are doing these mean things on purpose. They're doing their best. They're just confused, and they're coming to someone they're being attracted to. They're being divinely guided towards people to help. So these are good intermingling of energies. Again, even though it might feel bad, or it might feel really disappointing because their energies are so disencouraging, it could be disencouraging you. But so long as you stand in your resolve to keep moving forward, to be enjoying your path that you feel that you're finally on, keep going. You're going to be inspiring them to be getting onto their path as well. I forgot we had these little extras. Something else. Again, we have integrity and compromise. As you look at these other people, do not be judging them or criticizing them too harshly. They are stuck in the world of stagnation, blissfully ignorant to what's truly happening. They believe that they're happy, while really they're being disserviced and slowly dying. Is what I'm getting. So your strength, they're being hold on. Okay, so guys, there's a lot of energy going through me right now. Can you condense that for me, please? Thank you. There we go. We have to be willing to compromise with these people who feel that they're strong people in their false perceptions of the world that they're in and the reality around them. We have to be seeing them how they're not seeing themselves appropriately from a divine, higher perspective, which we, having been moving farther and faster than them, can see. So we have to be very loving and nurturing, and realize that they're choosing to stay put in how they are. They've reached a point where they were happy, so they stopped their evolution. They've become complacent. They've just stopped. And what they don't realize is that they're effectively stopping other people, but that's not going to work. As they try to bring you down, you're going to actually help move them forward. So just make sure that we're not judging themselves or ourselves too harshly, because again, we are prone to this. You know, be the lady of the mirror, be non-judgmental while we reflect. Because remember that we are reflections of each other. They're kind of a reflection of our past selves. And they're kind of a reflection of our future selves too, because we're going to get to a point where we're not going to want to be moving again. Again, we're all going to be taking turns of being the accelerators, of being the one who's ahead. It's not a race to get back to source. Enjoy the experience. But just be mindful that, you know, we don't have to be degrading of ourselves or other people and vice versa, even if they're the ones doing it. Just don't judge, just be mindful, be open, be seeing things clearly from the highest perspective of how the energies are really working right now, and how they're really being guiding to transform people, and how you will benefit from this, but maybe in a couple months, there will be the ones who are teaching us. It's mutual exchange, it's not about hierarchy, it's not about those of us being better than other people at all. There's always divine equality, even though we're in divine diversity. Add the word divine in front of any word, now it sounds official. Yeah, because we all are the cosmos working together. We are one universe, and that greater universal energy that is us is calling to us now to help us be mindful of our unity. So that just really reinforces the message of what I was trying to say about not judging other people of their circumstances, and not accepting, because as we judge, as they send energy our way, or, you know, start their exchange, we're going to start reacting, which is a subconscious judgment that starts our own judgers in here judging ourselves, and we're going to be processing and evaluating. Well, is what they're saying really true? Should I feel that way? And you're going to start feeling that they're going to be bringing you down. But if you stop and you just realize, let's see how this is serving us in this moment. Let's just stop, let's just breathe, let's just meditate for 2 seconds. How is this moment serving me? How is this actually propelling me forward? And I'm supposed to be helping them. They're testing me, making me think I'm weak or wrong, and I've been working this hard to prove that I am valid in my circumstance. So show that, shine that, radiate that beautifully. Because you're right, you are. Listen to that intuitive wisdom inside of you. Speak your truth. You'll be doing more benefit, even if these people are in positions of power over you, or are like mother-father figures or whatever. There is divine equality, divine unity. Don't be afraid to give the mutual exchange, to be the one who's giving and leading and teaching for once. Instead of always being, we think we're so subservient, but we're in a position of spiritual authority. I was going to say power, but I don't want to alert the ego. We're of a higher vibration, temporarily, to assist and advise them up. But again, in the future, tables can turn, and we can be the ones in need of a boost, and that's going to be given to us. So just keeping all of that in mind. There's a lot of complex energies to be discussed here, and I could go on forever. I really could, because there's still more just trying to come through. So just be mindful. You don't have to fight as these things are happening. You don't have to fight for your survival. Be compassionate, be considerate, be kind. And you will get the reverence that you deserve. As you give respect and stand firm instead of being influenced by their energies, you're just standing as a rock, or being that fluid movement forward still, and you're staying true to who you are and how you are in this moment. That's going to benefit both people, or all people involved. Okay? Okay. Now they're telling me not to beat myself up, because I'm like, this is a lot of complex energy. And I hope I'm verbalizing it appropriately, what they were saying. Trust that you did a good job, Cody. They're going to be speaking to you guys to clear up the holes, because again, this is a general reading for all Libras attracted to this video and to my channel. But you again have your own unique experience. So they'll be talking to you during this video to help connect the dots, to help make things clear, to say, okay, you can ignore this one sentence he's saying because it won't apply to you, but it will to other people, and then switch up the, ooh, this is important, listen to this. If you're in a meditative state, or at least in a place of mindfulness, you're gonna get it. So maybe, hope you would have been in a place if you were reading it or watching this, whatever. God, I'm professional. They're working with you. Again, they really will make it clear that they're beyond assisting us. These great transformation energies came in September, and now we're really being lifted up, and they're extra supportive, because in the past it was time for them to keep a little bit of a distance to watch us stand on our own, but now it's a, nope, it's okay for us to help, and to really, we're going to need to come down and bring you guys up, and that's a reoccurring thing. So they're raising our vibrations as we're raising the vibrations of others this month, and just realize it's all beautiful. Just realize it's all beautiful. Get rid of the ego comparative stuff, get rid of the judgment from ourselves or other people, especially when we're presented with shadows of ourselves in human form, who try to reflect who we were and bring us down, who are reflectant of the negative voices of our ego. Realize that our light voice is stronger, and that we can be speaking to their soul within them and bringing them up as well. We can help them. Maybe those stones impeding our path were ice, and it was just energy concentrated, and they're going to be melting slowly because of us. And parts, you know, I'm trying to say this visual, I hope it's making sense. Again, it helps me, but right now it's not being communicated very well. At least I'm feeling a little tongue-tied. And they're saying, just edit the video, I got it. Like, you did a good job, you're just beating yourself up right now and making it worse. So, it's like, it was fine, and now you kept talking. So, I love you guys very, very much. I hope the audio worked on this, jeez. Please like, share, subscribe, and I have been saying at the end of all these videos that, again, you can email me at queer.spirit.guidance@gmail.com to just communicate with me. But if you want a free video reading, again, you can always go to my website and do the $35 donation, and then I can make one for you. But again, it takes me a while, and I am very busy, and I am balanced. This is like my side project. That's for my spiritual growth. I do have other life things and egoic things going on. But I'm also saying, for those of you who think that money is an issue, I don't want this to be like a business where we just bloat my ego and be like, oh my god, he's such a cool person. But like, no, that's lame. I want to build a spiritual support network and a spiritual community, digital or not. So maybe we can do some energetic exchange of, hey, you validate that you take screenshots of your computer screen saying, hey, I shared your video on my timeline on Facebook, or like 5 of your videos, or this or that, or I don't know, or, you know, you got 4 or 5 or 10 of your friends to subscribe to my channel. That's fantastic. Whatever way that you want to discuss with me how we're doing it, I would appreciate that, because I do love commenting back. I do love answering your emails. I don't know, but I think just the more that we're all involved with the growth of this community that I'm trying to build, the greater it will get, and the easier it will be for me to continue moving forward. Because ultimately, I don't want to be the only one here. I would love partners. I would love, you know, other people to be assisting other people, for all of us to be assisting each other. It's not about me being a sage on a stage. It's about being a guide on the side and having all of us be teacher and student both. So let me learn from you as you learn from me, and vice versa. Let's all teach each other. Let's join the conscious love community, okay? So if this is really ringing to any other spiritual leader Libras out there who wants to jump on board with me, let's do this. Communicate with me. Shoot me an email. Let's just see what happens, because I'm enjoying how this thing is manifesting and unfolding before my very eyes, faster than I ever thought it would. So with that being said, I love you guys very, very much. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're fantastic. Say nice things about yourselves. I love you. As always, namaste. My soul does honor and recognize your soul, where we are both one. It's been a pleasure. This has probably been like a 45-minute video, good lord. Have a fantastic October. Have a happy birthday, because it's coming up. And I love you. Bye, guys.